Hi, my name is Rose Reevely. I'm a Vedic astrologer and I'm here today talking about the planet Saturn. Saturn has just recently retrograded back into the sign of Scorpio. At the beginning of the year, Saturn transited into the sign of Sagittarius, where it has been until now. And so now, currently, it has retrograded back into Scorpio. Now, it will stay in Scorpio until August the 25th. It will remain retrograde. Then it will go direct at that time. It will continue to stay in the sign of Scorpio and transit out into the sign of Sagittarius on October 27th of 2017. So today I'd just like to talk a little about Saturn, what Saturn prefers to us, or the qualities that Saturn likes to see in us, and then also the qualities that or the way that we may even experience Saturn's energy. First, there are a couple of names associated with Saturn. One is that Saturn is often referred to as the taskmaster, so that lets us know right away that this is a planet that is going to take some work. This is an energy that we're going to be working at this. And then the next one is the karmic indicator. It's often called the karmic indicator because it is the planet in our chart that represents our karma the most. So the qualities that Saturn likes to see in us is, first and foremost, discipline comes to mind. Saturn likes us to be disciplined. And Saturn also is a planet that wants to see that we have applied effort, that we've done the work, or that we're doing the work, and that we are steadily doing the work. Also persistence, tenacity, those are qualities that Saturn likes. Honesty with others, honesty with ourselves is called integrity. And so Saturn also has an interest in our character. And so another area that Saturn really loves to see us excel in is organization. And so if you look at all of these, even independently, and we think of if a person is actually mastering these skills, or even perhaps not quite mastery, but they're applying, they are trying to become more disciplined, they are working at a daily routine, they are working at being persistent and dealing honestly with other people and themselves in their life, and they're organized, we would think and believe that this person would become very successful. And so over time, and as Saturn is also the timekeeper, over time we develop these qualities that take time to develop. So Saturn appreciates this effort, and it is something that does take time. So how you may experience Saturn is different for everyone, because Saturn is going to be located somewhere in your chart. And so oftentimes in the natal chart, it shows where we have gifts and talents and where we have strengths and weaknesses. Often we don't really need to apply a lot of work and effort to the area that we have strengths in. But the area that we have weaknesses in is the area that will take some work. It may take some persistence. It may take some organization on our part to organize that part of our lives and begin to focus on it and steadily build up our strength. So Saturn is a bit like a fortress too. Saturn actually rules foundations and things that we set I think also, I think of concrete or stone. This is an area that Saturn would want to see us, and it also signifies the development of strength. So Saturn, as it's moved back into Scorpio, this is revisiting. Retrograde is going back and reviewing an area of our lives that isn't quite set in stone yet. For example, if Scorpio is your 6th house in your natal chart, then Saturn is saying, pay attention to your health. It's time to maybe get a better workout schedule, a better regimen for taking care of your health. In other words, Saturn is saying we're not quite finished in this area, and in the energy of Saturn would be that it wants you to become more disciplined in this area, more focused on your health, paying more attention to health matters. Wherever Saturn is in your chart, yes, it's going to say that there's going to be challenges and obstacles there, but also along with that, we may not say that Saturn is a planet of opportunity, but I would like to also submit that it could be a planet of opportunity if you view it as such, if you apply the effort, the time, the discipline, the focus into an area that currently obviously needs to be revisited because Saturn is retrograde. And so once you look at that area and say, okay, I'm going to get serious about this because Saturn is a serious planet. I'm going to get serious about this. I'm going to set myself a schedule, and I'm going to do these 3 things every day, whatever they are. And most likely you already know where Saturn has retrograded back into Scorpio because it's already been in the sign of Scorpio for quite some time, about actually over 2.5 years before it went into Sagittarius in January. So we all already know what Saturn is kind of nudging us to do or moving us. You know, sometimes Saturn has that nudge or that inner voice that says intuitively we know that this is an area that needs work. If Saturn has moved, if Scorpio is your 2nd house, then Saturn has moved into the financial part of your life and is saying perhaps be more mindful of your finances. Or also the 2nd house represents the food that we eat and the words that we say. So Scorpio is somewhere in everyone's chart, and Saturn is retrograde there now. So if you look at that area of your life, and most likely you know, then it's time to take another look again, a revisit, and maybe just make some notes about what you can begin to do daily to focus on how to use Saturn's energy. Saturn is also the planet that grows us. It grows our consciousness. And so this is very important to our lives. Thanks for listening to my video today. If you like, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Bye.